Welcome to the TSC Studio podcast.
Hi and welcome to the 6th episode of our podcast, which will be about releasing a Machinima to YouTube and hosting premiere events. And you might ask, what are premiere events? Well, it's basically us setting up an event for our releases of a project, movie, or episode, which can be on a Minecraft server where we play minigames and such to build up towards the event. And today we're joined by Raf.
Hello.
And One Apple.
Hello.
And then we also, of course, have LordSkilled in the background doing the hosting and preparing for this podcast. Okay, so to start off with, we have a LordSkilled trial, and the trial was to do a tier list. Now, we're supposed to do this a long time ago, so I did my tier list ages ago. So I need to refresh myself on why I picked what I picked. But I think the most prepared out of us all is One Apple.
Oh, I'm so prepared.
So it should be fresh in your mind, right?
I have a very rough, what do you say this? Criteria of what I consider each tier to be.
Okay. Do you want to share with us and explain what is what?
Yes. Okay. So I've ranked, for the best category from how I see it.
Okay.
This could partially be recency bias too with the Volition Chronicles, but I think it's possibly the best you've done by far.
So wait, is left to right, the ones to the left is the best?
Yes, the best from the left to right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I still have a soft spot for your work for Lethane. I think it's kind of, I don't know how to explain this. It's like, it's kind of set the bar for what future projects would look like.
Yeah.
Especially
Lethane was a peak.
It was a peak Machinima for TSC Studio. And then, and then we got some projects adjacent to that in the amazing category, like Siege, because I was still talking about the Ravagers. And I quite like the vibe the most in this
quite
tier.
Moody.
Yes. Kind of sensing a thing. I do love quite moody atmospheres. But yeah, and then followed by The Blade. And your most recent live action, The North. I quite like that a lot too. And the fact it's your first is really impressive. And then for the greats, we got our other two Rebecca Lethane films in the trilogy. And then can't forget the originals. Out of the three seasons, 2 and 3 were the better ones.
Yeah, we don't talk about season 1.
Yeah. So, okay, glad that you agree with me too. Because then I would be getting a talking to.
I just need you to get to why you're selling yourself so goddamn short by putting Crimes of Glory dead last. That is so
I don't
not
want...
true.
No. No.
And you know it yourself too that it's not down there.
It's not. I purposely wanted to prioritize the other projects.
No, you're right. Apple. Listen, Crimes of Valorian is not down there. Okay, Raf, let's see yours.
Yep. Okay, let me put it in.
Yeah, Crimes of Valorian better not be at the bottom.
Okay, so I'll go in order from the best. I put the Tribunal because I feel like that's kind of... obviously we had a Volition, but it's kind of not over yet. So I'm kind of judging Volition as an incomplete story right now.
Yeah, fair.
That's why it's a bit lower down. But yeah, the Tribunal's kind of where you, as a creator, like that's everything that you've done well in like one project, and also like the highest standard you've done it to. And then the Remnant, I feel like that's kind of... that film left such an effect on me emotionally. Like it had such a connection to it, and when it ended, it kind of made you still think about it, and like it didn't just finish when the film ended. And then Crimes of Valorian was kind of, I think, when I kind of became most interested in TSC, because that was still before I even joined it and stuff. And also everyone really loves Leo and the way he was introduced and Stefan, and it was such a good introduction to everything. So then in Amazing, I've got Lefane for pretty much the same reasons as Apple. It's kind of like this peak moment where everyone noticed how like it happened with Golden Sword, but it happened even more with Lefane. Like, it wasn't just people in Machinima Hub, it was people actually coming from outside of it and noticing like the bar that you set in and how this is like the quality that all Machinimas should be. Not just like production wise, but story as well, and voice actor and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna run quickly through mine. I have the two number ones, I guess you could call them. The two heavy hitters, Tribunal and Lathane, the ones that are the most watched and I believe are the highest quality on many levels of storytelling and quality. And then I have all the ones that I think are like very good on their own, like they're missing that little extra that Tribunal and Lathane have, which is the Remnant, Volition, Alorian, Siege, and the North. And then they're the ones that I, what do you call it? It's good, but I cannot. They're in the middle. They're in the great section. So there's the Blade, the 8. Season 3, Shadow Crown, Dawn, the Golden Sword, and Visions. And then good ones are like, they could use a lot more work. I would put Season 2 a little bit higher, but that's just because Season 3 has the highest quality out of them all. Season 1 and The Voice are like, they're just missing so much. I would do so much to change those. And yes, that's my tier list.
That was fast. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to move on to the actual topics.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you release your Machinimas? How has the way you release Machinimas changed over the years? So, Raf, you stopped making Machinimas.
Yeah.
But Apple, how do you release your Machinimas, and how has it changed over the years?
I used to release Machinimas whenever I just felt like it. So there wasn't really much planning that goes into it before. But now I start thinking about like, oh, what can I do to help celebrate this occasion? How can I get some engagement within the audience?
What do you do exactly?
So exactly would be organizing premieres, or even something more special like just having a group of friends together in a voice chat and watching the video at the same time. I think that's a pretty common method of releasing.
But do you mean like close friends, or do you mean like open, anyone can join type thing?
Close friends or anyone within the Machinima community who happens to be around. They're more than welcome to join and watch Machinimas. Yeah.
So basically for you it has changed. You used to just post them like any video.
Just like any other video, yeah.
Yeah, and now you're like the more sort of thing, like putting little gatherings and stuff. You do release trailers and stuff like that, so that's something you do to build towards the release.
Yes.
You set them to premiere, right?
The trailers.
No, the actual films. You
Yes,
don't
yeah.
just release them, you set them to premiere, right?
Yeah, I set them to premieres.
How is it interacting with the audience when it's premiering?
It's pretty
Do
satisfying.
you actively chat?
Yeah. If I see someone chatting, they're asking questions. Yeah, I'll answer it. It's really, really satisfying to see the results coming through with the chat feedback, like saying, "Oh, this is great," or people's reactions to the story. That's very, very satisfying to hear. Yeah, it's just interacting with your audience is pretty neat.
Have you set up watch parties in Machinima Hub for your projects?
Yeah, I did. I managed to host one for Red Tears Unfolded.
How was that?
Really good. So how it worked was, so there wasn't any official announcement on Machinima Hub. It's more of just me just posting on Twitter saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be watching my new Machinima on the Machinima Hub at this date and time. Feel free to come along." And yeah, I managed to get a sizable number of people to join me. And while we watch, we usually mute out of respect of trying to watch the Machinima. But once in a while, you do get audible reactions. Really cool.
That's fun.
Very, very fun. And then at the end, we'll just talk about it. Talk about what we watch. Yeah.
But that's something anyone who makes a Machinima and are part of the Machinima Hub community can set up, right? Like anyone can.
Yeah.
And it can even be promoted on the Discord that it will happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. Anyone can ask anyone from the mod team to organize a date and time. And yeah, we'll be there.
So I do it a little bit differently. I tend to try to make it as big of a deal as possible. But we have gotten into kind of like a formula now, I'd say. Or like at least things we always do. So we always try to make an event on the Wald server now, together with Raf. Wald is his minigame server. And yeah, we try to set up minigames which are related to what is happening in said project. Like for chapter 3 that we just released, we did like this capture point on the train that is in the chapter. And that went really well. We thought it might not work, but it did. It was a lot of fun. We also do the Q&As afterwards. The thing has happened. Oh yeah, and we, like Apple, we watch it together with the audience in the Discord. And then we go to talk with the cast and crew about the project. We're making a big deal and then do a lot of promoting, trailers, posting it everywhere, posting the project. So there's a lot of work that goes into actually releasing the project. I'd say we have for the longest time we have always done minigames. Even before we started doing it with Wald, we did it on our build server. We always try to do these little gatherings and the Q&As and stuff like that. But of course it has changed slightly over the years. But we have more so built upon the concept than changed, I'd say.
Yeah.
Raf, do you have anything about premieres? Like how did you do it and when you did
True.
Mission?
So yeah, I can only really say how it used to be, but it was pretty much how everyone else used to do it. It was kind of like try release it on a Saturday because most people are free then, and then doing a premiere on YouTube, and then organizing a call on Discord to kind of watch at the same time, and then just talk about it after. Like when it ends, everyone's kind of in the call still, so you kind of get to talk about it, and it's really fun because people have like their own ideas and like thoughts, which is very nice.
Okay. So to create the most successful release possible, how do you get people to show up to your premieres? Picking the right date and time. How are people excited? Community watch party. Yeah. So we kind of talked about this already. Like you said, like Saturdays are very typical like release day because of the amount of people at home. So, for example, me who live in Norway, I'd set the release for like 8 p.m. or like 8 or 3 p.m. No, wait. PM, that's the one. Because that is 2 p.m. No, 8 p.m. my time is 2 p.m. EST. So that's like a sweet spot of like hitting the Americans and the Europeans, I'd say. And it's harder with those down under, which is like normally like what 8 in the morning for you, Apple?
When I remember a few years ago, I think premieres used to start at 6 for me in the morning.
Oh damn!
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I remember waking up at 5 a.m. to just join the events and then be with you guys during the premiere.
No, I do not envy that. I don't know. Like I think waking up to something is way worse than staying up for something.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I'd say is what we do. We do like announce it in the Discord that it's happening, what we will do. I don't think we ever done like a trailer or something or tease for the events we do.
Yeah, no.
That might be something we could do.
That is a very good idea, yeah. Because I do it for some of my events, but we've not done it for like the TSC minigame.
Yeah, because we never like show people what we're going to be doing at these minigame events.
So this would be
getting ideas in the podcast. We should probably do that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we definitely should.
That would make people excited for the events too, not just the projects, because those are the ones that show up, the ones you want to watch.
Yeah.
And then there's some fun minigames. I'll join that. And there's often like a lot from your server too.
Yeah. And then there's hopefully a few that still want to watch it. I mean, most people I notice do kind of leave when the premiere happens, but there's been like one or two who do stick around.
Yeah, that
nice.
has some nice. The ones that do stay from your crew. Like I don't expect it, but like I always expect there will be more people at the minigames than the actual watch. But then the YouTube audience might show up.
Yeah.
To bring up those numbers. Okay, so I'd say that's what we do to make it successful. Just think about the promo. Oh yeah, and I've talked about this before too when it comes to promo. Is getting the voice actors back to do some promo, talk about the project, make little TikToks. That's something I need to get back to making the TikToks. Because that worked.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
just haven't had time. Okay, so what are the aftermaths of releasing projects for you? Do you ever catch your own projects after or watch your own projects after release? Is it hard for you to let go of your project, or are you just eager to move on to the next one? So I want to hear from the award-winning One Apple.
Shush.
Do you ever watch your projects after you release them at all?
Not often. I tend to just move on to the next one.
So has there been a project that you do come back to?
I like watching like the credit sequence for Red Tears. I quite liked it. But that's what I usually... Yeah, the new one. That's what I usually watch it for. Just the credits. And then...
Okay.
move on.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why so?
Yeah.
Why the credits? Just for the visual style and the music, or?
I love the visuals and the music for me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see. This is the vibe for One Apple.
Now I feel like I need to rewatch this.
Everybody's gonna go into Red Tears. This is a tactic for you, Apple. Getting them to get onto Red Tears. Getting them views.
Now
everybody's gonna click Red Tears. Oh, and you talked about those Easter eggs in the middle of the film too, right?
They're Easter eggs?
I'm helping you. Okay, Raf, do you watch your films back after you release them? This can like go for your live action projects too, I guess.
Well, for my live action projects, because what tends to happen is like once you finish it, it doesn't release for like a year. Mostly because you can't release it publicly if you submit to festivals. Yeah. But I do always watch my films from uni with my whole family, so we actually did it today. So that's kind of funny. So yeah, we always watch with my family, and then I don't actually really rewatch them, but I do actually rewatch my Minecraft Machinima sometimes. Like sometimes if I've got like a really nostalgic day, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna scroll and like watch them all back. And I mostly just for like the nostalgia though, like not because they're like really good, but just because it's like, oh, that's cute. Like it's like yeah. So yeah, I do rewatch them just for that. But that's like once a year maybe.
I mean, it makes sense with live action too, though. Like especially when you can't share it publicly, you just want some people to see it. You know, like get some friends or family together. Like, hey, watch this! I can't show anyone else, so please.
Yeah, like a private premiere, pretty much.
Yeah. I've been struggling with that because I want everyone to see Compulsion, but like the idea of it going to festivals has been there, but it's like 3 minutes. It's like I think if I'm gonna dedicate myself to a festival, I want to make a more fulfilled story than like a fight scene, you know.
That's true, especially because most festivals are paid.
Yeah.
So it's whatever is in your budget for what the project is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do I watch? Yeah, I watch my projects back sometimes. I'll get in the mood to like just because I'm telling the TSC story because I love the world and I want this is something I want to see myself. So I can like put on like the playlist and just watch it on my TV and like watch it like a proper film project, you know, and just disappear into the world, I guess, instead of making it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's that fulfillment of like, oh, we made this. This is a complete thing from this world that we did, and I'm so proud of it. So that's my egotistical reason to watch it. But it's not like I do it too often, but sometimes I'll do it. Okay. What are TSC live Q&As? When do they happen and how do watch? What types of questions do you... Okay, so they happen after we release a project, and we'll get the cast and crew, whoever is available, who was part of the project releasing. We'll often hang out on a Minecraft server in like a circle, and we'll live stream it to the channel, and then we'll just go around, kind of like this podcast almost. I'd say it's very similar to the podcast, how we do like the Q&As after the premieres. And we'll talk about related questions to the cast, about the characters, for me about making it, or like Raf writing it, or like something like that. Yeah, I don't know how much more we can say about the Q&As, we already talked about it. So I want to jump into LordSkilled's quest. So last time Sophie was given a quest of taking a screenshot, selfies of 3 favorite spots in TSC Minecraft map. So our world map for TSC. She has been taking screenshots around the place, and they will be sent to us now. I'm so excited. I haven't seen them. I just let her on the server.
Imagine she actually TNT'd everything.
Oh god. And I wouldn't know before now. It's just her with TNT in the first picture.
Oh my god.
The
T-Pose
Hill.
Yeah, T-Pose Hill where the golden sword dies and was the whole meme, and I love the T-Pose. So the previous member of, or the one that had the title of the golden sword before Rebecca. And then it was, this is where Rebecca X Baron stuff happened. So this is, I forget what this village is called, but it's the place where she fought Gillian in Lathane. She sits with Baron on this shoreline, having a very romantic-ish moment before everything goes crazy. And the last one, the throne room from the confrontation scene. So this is where Rebecca confronts the king of Percania in the Golden Sword. So 2 moments from the Golden Sword film and 1 moment from Lathane. I'm surprised she didn't, she probably didn't know where the cart where Rebecca killed the king was.
Oh my god,
what the hell? Wait, what?
Wait, is that from the arena event? The PvP event?
Smack that soldier.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, so all those builds are like from the TSC early seasons. The soldier boy and all the miniatures, the boats, and even the cathedral from Osunder. But I don't know where she found the Go Bray. Or did she put that? She probably put that there. God damn it, now I have to go fix it.
I love the fact she's got the golden sword in her hand as well.
The entire time too.
It's a texture. Wait, the second image isn't a selfie. She cheated.
Yeah.
Disqualified.
Maybe she's actually invisible. Maybe,
yeah, sure, probably. Okay, so next one. What is the ball events what Machinima premieres have had premiere events there. So, world events are the collaboration between Machinima creators and the world server, which is a minigame server. It has a bunch of PvP and other types of game modes. And Raf is back to take over.
Yes. Yeah, so pretty much like Yannick said, it's a minigame and event server where I've kind of recently, like over the past, is it 2 years maybe now, like allowed like my friends mostly, but also any Machinima creators to kind of partner with us, which means that for us it means that we get players playing on our server, which is really good for us, and we get to like improve and make new games. And then for the creators, it means that they have some kind of like events to be looking forward to, and hopefully more marketing for their like release. But yeah, I guess I did actually make a list of all the ones that we've done for TSC. So you guys already used to do mini games as well before us.
Yeah, we used to do it on our build server.
So I actually fully remember playing the Crimes of Valorian one. There was like a PvP event, which I really enjoyed.
We also had hide and seek, I believe. Yeah, it was hide and seek and PvP in the same go. I believe.
Oh, was it? I don't remember the hide and seek. I must have just only cared about the PvP.
Yeah, because I remember watching everybody hiding, and I think it was Saf who was like incredibly like hard to get.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, there was some hide and seek. And then there was, I also remember the Blade event was really like a very much PvP focused one in the arena.
Yeah, that's why we had the kits underneath the arena.
That was great. And then I don't think there was anything for the Remnant, but I think we started for the Tribunal actually with the World, and then we've done Volition 1, 2, and 3. So I thought we did more, but actually we've only done four events.
Yeah. But then there was the one collaboration with Dark Times.
Yeah.
Was that for the first or second?
I think it was the first Volition, because it had Leo's Hell as King of the Hell.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
And then you have done another with Dark Times besides us?
Yeah, like separately. And then we did LordSkilled as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that was great. Yeah. I think that's...
And then now you're gonna do next weekend for us. I believe you're gonna do one for the CTS and the Machinima Hub.
Yep.
Woo! Exciting. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So how do people join this server or community?
Yeah, so I mean it's free for everyone to join. Some people do think it's a private event, but it's never been private. So the Minecraft IP is played.theworld.net. It's 1.20.1. It's been 1.20.1 for a long time now. Yeah, so we tend to join a Discord server for the minigame section, which normally is advertised on TSC. So if you just like look in announcements when it's happening, then that's probably the easiest way to join. It's a public server, so anyone's free to join whenever.
So what is usually the making process of like a world events minigame?
Well, we have some minigames that quite repeat. So the two like classic ones are King of the Hill and Spleef, but they have like changed over time to be a bit more kind of original because they are very like classic games. So like for King of the Hill, we've introduced this concept where there's two hills and like one's like more risky than the other. And then for Spleef, we've kind of like we've had the snowballs for quite a while now, and then recently we've introduced like blocks decaying over time and stuff like that. But then we also have different games that kind of sometimes are there, sometimes aren't. So we've got like Temple Guardians and then like Capture Point now as well. But I'm also working on adding more mini games. But mostly it starts with like asking, well, I need to know what the actual project is, and like I like to take the maps from the directors so we can have like the lobby set in the map, and also for each minigame to be set inside the map so the players can actually like travel through the set and like see it in game, which is really cool. And
which
then
was the fun part about chapter 3, when after we all played Capture Point for a while, when we watched the actual chapter, everybody was like, oh, they're taking the card, we need to take it back.
It's really funny, yeah, because then during the premiere everyone's like acting like they're playing the game, and it's really funny. But yeah, I take the maps. Something I also like doing is using character skins and voice lines inside the lobby, so people can go up to like the characters as NPCs and like hear them talking, which is really cool.
So it's very immersive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, and I love the starting of the events that you've started doing.
Yeah.
Like the music, the fireworks, it makes it feel like grand, and I love that.
Yeah, that's something that like I was watching like I think MCC and stuff, and they always have like an opening like countdown and stuff, and it makes it feel so like kind of like the YouTube premiere where you've got the countdown and it gets you so excited. And then recently with Dark Times started using actual music from the film, which then also just ties it all together, and it's just so sweet.
Yeah, and then you have like people on your server which are like playtesters, right?
Yeah, so once I tend to have to edit the maps, so like if we're playing the King of the Hill, then I need to add like the actual hills, like jump pads and stuff, so the maps do tend to need quite a bit of editing when I receive the map. But yeah, then I tend to reuse my code if I can, unless I'm doing a new minigame, and then we have game testers who can test the game, make sure everything works. And also if someone can't play during the actual event, it's nice for them to be able to play at least during testing as well.
Yeah, true. So that might be a good reason to join the World server too, if you want to be part of like testing our future premieres and stuff like that.
That is true.
So why do we do minigame events? What are the benefits of the community events? So I think it's just to build up excitement. It's something fun to do on a weekend. And then plus you get to watch a premiere afterwards, so it feels bigger, it's more exciting, it's a lot of community involvement and interaction. Yeah, that's why I'd say why we do them.
Yeah, and I already touched up on like the benefits for the world and also the benefits for the creator, because it's kind of like that's why I call it a partnership, because we're pretty much marketing for each other, which is very, very nice.
Okay, so I guess we have some spare time, so let's go on the bonus topic. What minigames from any premiere event has been your personal favorites? Apple, do you have anything specific in mind that you remember or that you liked a lot?
I can't recall exactly. I think this was for the Remnant. There was a minigame, like it was a PvP minigame, I'm pretty sure. For the Remnant, and it was in that town square area of Asunder.
It might have been. It's not King of the Hill where we like punch each other off that stand.
Oh, it must be, yeah.
Yeah, that was for Tribunal.
That was Tribunal, yeah.
Was that Tribunal?
Yeah, it's the same area though, so I understand the confusion.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I loved that. I loved that.
That was fun. It is a good area. Like it's a very busy area, so like even though we're condensed to a small area for the actual game, it feels big, I think. Raf, do you have a personal favorite?
I think the first time we did Temple Guardians for the Tribunal, and like we were actually in the temple, and there was like everyone was like creating strategies, and like it was like, because King of the Hill and Spleef you play by yourself, so it's just like a fun solo casual game. But I love the idea of like teams having to create like strategies and working together, and like the fact that every single game plays out differently. So that because that was the first time we did that, it was really, really cool for me. I
think it's a very similar thing with Capture Point, with the teams and stuff like that, which has kind of worked. But I will say I miss the first Temple Guardian, like the big cathedral or thing. Ruins to run through. I think it was big, cool, and that was a special moment. So I'll go with the same.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. So now we're gonna jump over to LordSkilled's quiz. Sort out all TSC projects based on video length. So we're gonna have to try to the best of our abilities. I'm gonna paste this into chat and we can try and sort it together.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna put ones there, and then okay. So what I believe is the longest project must be TSC Season 3.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Because that has like that is very long. It's over 2 hours. I know.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. And then probably
Yeah, I'll put that as number 1.
season 2.
Are
And
all the
then-
season ones longer than any other project?
No, not season 1. Season 1
right.
is short. I'd say Tribunal is longer than season 1.
Okay, and Tribunal's probably longer than anything else on there as well, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so Tribunal would be 3rd?
Yeah, I'd say Tribunal. And then season 1.
Yeah, probably.
And okay, what is the longest after Tribunal?
This is when it gets hard.
Yeah, it's either Lethane
Yeah,
or Remnant.
Lethane, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure, is like exactly 40 minutes long, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I think that is
So-
longer than Remnant.
Okay, so should we
Wait,
say
do you
Lethane?
Do you remember the length of Crimes of Valorian?
Oh yeah, I told Raph this already. I think I remember. I think it's around 47 minutes long.
Oh damn, so it's close then.
It's really
these
close.
These three are going
Oh.
to be really close.
Okay, we need to take a guess then.
Okay,
Which one is longer, Remnant or Crimes of Valorian?
I think Crimes of Valorian is longer.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna put Crimes of Valorian.
Yeah. Also, Yannicka, there is a document where we.
I know, but I already
Oh.
started.
Okay.
Okay, so Remnant.
Remnant and then Lethane.
No, what? I put Lethane over
Oh,
Crimes
it's.
of Valorian.
Oh, okay, Lethane and then. Okay.
And then Remnant. Okay, so now we can. I'm gonna cut out all the ones I've taken. We have the Golden Sword, the 8, the Voice. Dawn, I know is short.
I feel like Golden Sword was probably the longest from the ones that are left.
Yeah, okay, the Golden Sword. The Golden
That was still
Sword.
one of. Now we've pretty much just got short films left. Although, do you remember The Blade is probably one of the longer short films as well?
Yeah, it is. Siege is longish.
Yeah. Siege and Blade. Is the 8 shorter than Siege and Blade?
Oh wait, the North.
Oh! Oh
The
no!
North is 20. So it's okay. The North is next.
Okay. So then we've got The Blade
Oh,
or
fuck,
Siege
Volition.
probably. Oh my gosh! Oh, 3
I'm just going down the list about. Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Oh no. Wow.
They're being like roughly
sure.
20 minutes long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is chapter 3 the longest though for the 3?
That's difficult.
You know, we're not gonna spend all night on this, so I'm gonna take chapter 3 and then 1 and 2,
Yeah, that would probably be the best.
and then we have the 8. No wait, I'm gonna say Siege,
Siege and then The Blade.
Blade, the 8,
Yeah.
the Voice.
Yeah, The
No,
Voice.
fuck, the Voice isn't that a bit long actually.
It's probably longer than
whatever. Visions. Oh, which one is
The Voice is definitely longer than Dawn and Visions,
Yeah,
I think.
but which one is shortest out of Dawn and Visions?
I think Visions.
Visions and then Dawn. Okay,
Yeah, that's
This
everything.
this is our list.
Okay.
Ah.
I also typed it out in the document. I think it looked the same.
Okay. Right,
Ooh.
shortest. Okay.
Oh,
Season
wait.
3. Okay, right,
Oh.
right. No wait, season 1. Fuck.
So we should probably say this out loud for the podcast if
Okay.
we're going. Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
shortest is Visions. We had Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn is then second. We had the Visions. The 8. The Voice. Siege. The 8. The Voice. Yeah. The Blade. The Volition Chronicles Chapter 1. The North. The Volition Chronicles Chapter 2. The Golden Sword. The Volition Chapter 3. The Remnant. Lethane. Crimes of Lorien. The Tribunal. TSC Season 1, 2, and 3. So I think, yeah, there's an image there you can include in the edit.
Yeah. So we kind of got a bit off, but we got the gist again.
Yeah, I think we're not too
Yeah.
far off. I think we kinda got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was pretty decent. That was all we had, pretty much, for this podcast. We need to spin the wheel though for the next one.
Why are you and Apple the same color?
Because we're cool like that. So, okay, you guys ready to see who's gonna do the next quiz? Wait, quickly, I'm gonna see the next quiz, or the next quest is gonna be pick a song that reminds you of TSC and tell us why you picked it.
Let's go!
It's gonna be Apple. It's gonna be Apple.
No!
Yes,
You
it's
guessed
Apple.
it.
You manifested it from the
I
beginning.
manifested it and it happened. But you are so perfect for this one. You and your music
Interesting.
never goes wrong.
Oh, I'm excited.
Interesting. Okay,
You got this, Apple.
I
No
got
issue.
this. I got this.
Okay, so I don't have much to show. I'm working really hard on chapter 4, and we're getting close to the ending of that. We have looked at some grading for compulsion. I need to start editing properly on that too. Yeah, so that's what we got going. There's the CTS releasing. Oh, I don't know if we have this podcast out before or after that, but that's exciting. Yeah, just keep an eye out. We'll have some teasers soon, probably for chapter 4. So the next podcast is going to be about set building and character design. So a little bit more creative, visually type thing we can show and have fun with. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you Raf and Apple for joining me, and thank you LordSkilled for always setting up these podcasts for us and doing such an amazing job with the preparation and the quest and trials. Yep. See you guys next time.
Bye bye. Nice.